Hello, let's talk about expansion and factorization of algebraic expression. So we have an example here. So before we go into solving this example, I'd like to explain in simple words what these things mean. Expansion simply means opening up this bracket, opening it up and simplifying it. That is what is expansion. That is what it simply means. So we'll do that first before I explain what factorization is all about. So stay with me through this video to understand these terms. So how do we open up this bracket? To open up this bracket, all you have to do is simply use the terms in this first bracket or this second bracket to multiply this and vice versa. So that is how you do it. So let's use this to multiply this to open up this bracket. What you will get is 3a bracket, whatever is contained in this bracket. So you know that there is no sign here, and then this means multiplication. So 3a plus xy. So what's the next term here? It is negative xy bracket 3a plus xy. Okay, so what is the next step we take here now? The next step we have to take here, sorry, I want to use half of this board. Let me write this thing out in a way that it will contain expansion and factorization. So this will be 3a bracket 3a plus xy, and then negative xy bracket 3a plus xy. Okay, thank you. So the next thing we'll do here is multiply. Multiply with the terms outside the bracket. Use the terms outside the bracket to multiply the terms inside the bracket. Let's do that and see what we get. So what we'll get is 3a multiplied by 3a, this will be 9a squared. Then 3a multiplied by xy will give you 3axy. The minus here times 3a will give you minus 3axy plus, sorry, not plus here. Negative times positive is a minus, the negative sign. So xy times xy. So you take note that there is a x here, and there is a y here, and there is a y here. So this and this, x times x times x equal to x squared, and y times y equal to y squared. So this will give you x squared, y squared. Okay, so now how do we simplify this? How do we simplify this? Let's simplify by solving the like terms in this expression. This is an expression. So how do we simplify it? It is by solving the like terms there. What like terms do we have here? This and this are like terms. Plus 3ax minus 3ax. All this will give you is 0. There's a positive and there's a negative here. So this will cancel out. What we'll have left is 9a square minus x square y square. So this will be for expansion. This is how you expand this given question. So let's write out our answer, our simplified answer here, and then talk about factorization. So what we have here is 9a square minus x square y square. So like we said, factorization is the opposite of this. This means expanding it to get the simplest form, as to bring it out of this bracket and expand it and get the simplest form of what is contained inside this bracket. Now, factorization, on the other hand, what we have to do is to factor out the terms, the simplest terms that are contained in this expression, and bring it inside the bracket. So when it's multiplied, it will return us back to this. So how do we do that? In this expression now, you discover that almost all the terms here are squared. So if you look at this and see that almost all the terms here are squared, or you can square almost everything, or you can square everything that you are given in the question, what you have to apply is the difference of square root technique. So let's apply it here. Let's square 9, being the only term remaining. So what is the square root of 9? The square root of 9 is 3. 3 square root 2, 9, a root 2 minus x square y square. So this will be what we have. So then, how do we do this difference of square root? So this means 3 times 3, a times a, x times x, and y times y. So let's put this thing into, let's put it in two brackets, and then add the negative and the positive sign. And that will be our simplest form. 3 square, a square, x square, y square. So all of the things here are factors of this. So let's bring it out. 3a minus x, y. So this is the number one factor. All the factors are double. That is what it means. All the factors are double. So let's double it. So it will be 3a. The only difference now will be that this sign will have to change. Plus x, y. And this will be our simplest answer in factorization. So remember what I said. Factorization, when all the factors are squared, or you can square all of them and you square them, apply the difference of square root technique to get it. And we have applied it here, meaning all the factors of this are double, and we have put them into two different brackets. And if you multiply this and solve it, if you expand this and solve it, you will still arrive at this answer. So this is factorization and this is expansion. Let's take another example. So we have another example here. M plus 1 bracket m plus 1 bracket m minus 3. So how do we solve this? This is, let's divide this place again. This will be for expansion and this will be for factorization of this term. So let's start. Like we said before, use the terms here to multiply the terms here, or use the terms here to multiply the terms here. You will get the same answer. So let's use the terms here to multiply this. We get m bracket m minus 3. Second term is plus 1 bracket m minus 3. So what will this give you? This will give you m square. M times m is m square minus m times 3 is 3m plus m. You know that the coefficients of this m is 1, so there's no need to put 1m. Just write m. This times this will give you plus times minus is minus, and then this will be 3. So let's further simplify it by adding or subtracting like terms in the expression. So is there any like term here? There's a like term here. 3m and m. So minus 3m plus m will give you minus 2m. So m squared minus 2m minus 3. This will be our simplest answer for this. So now let's use this answer that we have gotten here and bring it over here and factorize it back to this. What will we do? What we have here is right, so this answer we got here has actually entered into a different mathematical equation. We call this binomial, quadratic trinomial, not binomial, quadratic trinomial. So it has 3 terms. So let's apply factorization method. How do we do this? So we solve it like a quadratic equation. So a quadratic equation has the a, the b, and the c. Okay, so the a, the b, and the c. How do we solve this? Use the coefficients of the a to multiply c. If you would agree with me, a quadratic equation always has c as a constant. So use the coefficients of a to multiply the c. When you do that, you will get 1 multiplied by minus 3. 1 times minus 3 will be equal to minus 3. And so with minus 3 as our answer, you check what are the factors of minus 3 that when you add them together, you get the coefficients of b. So we have this and this. If you add them together, you get this. 1 minus 3. This will be, so let's fix it in the place of this 2m. Let's fix these factors in the place of this 2m. And let's see what we get. This will be m squared minus 3m. 3 is factor m, and then my plus 1m, which is the same as m, and then you bring down c. So when you bring down c, the next step you are supposed to take is to factorize this thing by bringing out the common terms. Bring out the common terms you can find in this. So this will give you 2 expressions. So you have m brackets m. Let's divide this way for clearer understanding. So what are the common factors here? M, and then here you get minus 3. Okay. Now, what about this side? Plus m. Sorry. What are the common factors here? The common factor here is 1. Remember, this has the coefficients of 1. So 1 here will give you m. 1 times m will be m. 1 times 3 will be minus 3. Minus 3. So, with this being done, we bring these 2 outside figures into one bracket, and this will represent 1. We don't need to repeat it. So this will be m plus 1 and m minus 3. And this will be our final answer. Check whether it's the same with this. I believe it's the same. And this will be our final answer for this. So let me just explain something here. Whenever you are solving a quadratic equation, don't forget what I told you here. The coefficients of A times C will give you the factor. Will give you this answer. Then, what are the factors of these when added together that will give you this? That is what you will use to put here in the place of this. And when you get it, you factor in this manner. Do not repeat these figures outside the box. Put it outside here. And then the figures inside the box, put it as one bracket. And then the ones outside, put it as a second one. And then you will get your answer. So I will stop here because we are dealing on factorization only. We are not dealing on quadratic. If we are talking about quadratic, we'll go ahead and get the final answer. So let's stop here because we have already gotten our answer. So let's take another example to understand better. Let's take this third example for today. The reason I'm bringing in this third example is to further explain the second example I gave, just to avoid any misconception. I mean about the factorization aspect of it. So just follow me through, please. I'll be fast in order not to make this video too lengthy. X bracket 3x, 2x bracket 3x plus 8, and then minus 3 bracket 3x plus 8. This will be 6x plus 16x minus 9x minus 24. So let's simplify this. Okay, this is a square here. So 6x squared plus 7x minus 24. This will be our simplest answer for the expansion side of this example. Now let's take it over here and do the factorization side of it. So we get 6x squared plus 7x minus 24. So if you notice, this is another example of a quadratic trinomial. Let's further explain what we did before. A, B, and C. So we said before, multiply the coefficients of A by C. So if you multiply the coefficients of A by C, you will get minus 144. So what are the two factors of minus 144 that can give you plus 7? That will be plus 16 minus 9. If you multiply these two, you get minus 44. But if you add it up, you get plus 7. So let's factor this into 7x. So what we'll do is 6x squared plus 16x minus 9x minus 24. So now, if we factorize, what is the GCF of these two numbers? Remember how we did it? These two numbers, let's use 2. 2x. 2x into 6x squared will give you 3x plus 2x into this will give you 8. And then let's do this second part of it. This will be minus 3x. Okay, let's use 3 minus 3 brackets 3x plus 8. So this is what we have gotten. How do you get this again? Like we did before, these two terms in the brackets are the same. So you have to represent them with one bracket. And then the two terms outside will go into another bracket. So this is it. 2x minus 3 bracket 3x plus 8. Which is the same thing as this. I hope you were able to understand this video of today. Thank you for your time. Please do like, share and subscribe. See you in another